Hello students, today we continue our lecture on amines, that is the nitrogen derivative. As you all can see from the heading itself, today we will discuss about the chemical reactions of amines. This lecture is presented by me, Pranit Ghatak, your chemistry teacher. So, let's begin. Today we are going to discuss about 4 reactions. That is reaction number 1, this is acylation reaction. Second reaction is reaction with toluene, that is what is toluene? Toluene is NaCl. NaCl, that is being called as toluene. Then we will do a name reaction, that is carbyl amine reaction. Okay, and the last reaction of today is reaction with HNO2. Okay, so we are going to do these 4 reactions as well. Okay, so let's get started. So the first reaction is the acylation reactions. Okay, I am not making a slide on these reactions, on all of these reactions, because what I going to discuss is we gonna discuss all of this reaction by simple ticks, not by a general method. Okay, in the books you will find the mechanism as well as the typical reaction by which you can easily mug up the things. I don't want you to mug up the reactions so that this chapter gets very much bored. Okay, I want all of you to just watch this video along with writing your short notes on these 4 reactions, because I am going to show you the tricks by which you can easily make the product of all these reactions. Okay, so let's get started. The first reaction is acylation reaction. Acylation reaction. So what is the acylation reaction? So acylation means adding of or addition of acyl group. Addition of acyl group. Acyl group. Okay, so what is acylation reaction? Acylation reaction is basically the addition of acyl group. So what is acyl group? Acyl group is basically RCO part. RCO, RC double bond O. This group is being called as acyl group. Typically, mainly CH3CO is being called as acyl group. CH3CO, this group is being called as acyl group. So addition of this group is being called as acylation reaction. Okay, so whenever we add acidic anhydride or acidic chloride, that is acidic anhydride, that is CH3CO whole base 2O, or CH3COCl, that is acidic chloride, acylation reaction gonna happen. Okay, so when we add acidic anhydride or acetyl chloride with amine, that is RNH2 or R2NH or R3N, then it will undergo a acylation reaction. But in India, this acidic anhydride is banned due to certain reasons. Okay, so that is why we will use only acidic chloride or acetyl chloride. Okay, so let's get started over the reaction as well. So we can write the RNH2 as RNH and H single bond H. We can write the RNH2 part in this way, and CH3COCl, that is acetyl chloride part, in this way as well, that is CH3COCl. Okay, so this is acetyl chloride and this is RNH2, that is primary amine, or here you can use secondary amine as well. Here we have to do one thing, we have to remove this HCl part from the system, and by removing this HCl part we will get our product. So what will be the product? RNH C double bond O CH3. So here you can see we have added a CH3CO part to the amine group, that is to the RNH group. So that is why it is being called as acylation reaction, because here we add a acyl group in it. Okay, so this is the final product. Okay, so we can do this acylation reaction by doing a simple trick, by simply removing HCl part from the system, and after removing the HCl part we will get the product, that is this is the required product. Here R can be anything, that is any alkyl group. It can be CH3, it can be C2H5 or anything, dot dot dot. Okay, so we can do this type of reaction by simply removing the HCl part from the system as well. Okay, so this is the reaction number 1, and this reaction is being called as acylation reaction. Okay, so what is the second reaction? Second reaction is reaction with Tilden. So we're gonna do this same thing here as well. So what is Tilden? Tilden, I have said that Tilden is basically NOCl. NOCl is being called as Tilden. So whenever we react Tilden, that is RNH2, we can write NOCl as ONCl, right? So what we have to do? We have to remove water from the system as well. In the first reaction, that is in the acylation reaction, we have to remove the HCl part, but here in the second reaction, that is in the Tilden reaction, we have to remove water. Okay, after removing the water, what we will get? Okay, so what will the product? And one more thing here, it will also remove from the system as well. That is, here this N is bonded, will be bonded with this N. So here, this, if this two nitrogen is bonded, then it will form a nitrogen gas, N2. So right now, which two elements are free? Here you can see this chlorine and this R is being kept free. So these two will bond together. So we will get the product of RCl plus this H2 will become a product and N2. Okay, so this is the final reaction. Okay, here the first thing first, what we have to do? Firstly, we have to remove water, H2O, from the system. Then we have to remove N2. There is this N and this N, this N and this N and this N, and it will lead to the formation of product N2, that is nitrogen gas, and the leftover part, that is Cl and R, will be merged along, and it will form a alkyl chloride, RCl. Okay, so this is the reaction. Let me give an example of that. That is, if we take CH3 NH2, okay, and it will react with NOCl, that is Tilden. We can write NOCl as ONCl. So what will be the product? The first product will be removal of water. So water will be removed. The first product is water. Okay. The second thing is this nitrogen and this nitrogen, both the nitrogen will merged and it will form N2. So leftover part, which one the leftover part? This Cl and this CH3. These two are leftover part. So it will form CH3Cl. So this is the simple reaction. Okay. So by this simple trick, we can do the reaction with Tilden as well, with primary amines or secondary amines. Okay, this reaction is mainly occurred in the case of primary amines, because primary amines having the two hydrogens, but in the case of secondary or tertiary amine, they do not have two hydrogens at all. So this reaction is valid only for the primary amines. So primary amines, they react with Tilden as well, but secondary and tertiary amine do not do any reaction with Tilden. Okay. So let's move to the next reaction. So next reaction is carbylamine reaction. This is the name reaction. So what happens? So carbylamine reaction is basically when we react RNH2 with CHCl3, there is chloroform and KOH. Chloroform and KOH, it will give a product of RNC. Okay, so we know that is CN is being called as cyanide. What is NC? So NC is called isocyanide. NC part in this group is called isocyanide. Okay, so here this RNC will be a product, will be the main product, and it is being called as isocyanate reaction, or this product is being called alkyl isocyanate. Okay, so please take the note on the reactions what I am doing right now in the screen, so that you get a clear idea, and you may not get these tricks from any other sources. Okay, because these tricks I have made it on my personal notes as well. Okay, so please take the notes so that you get an idea of the tricks, of these tricks, this kind of tricks, so that you get to do these reactions with less effort. Okay, so this is the reaction named as carbylamine reaction. So where primary amine is being reacted with chloroform and KOH, it will form RNC, that is alkyl isocyanate. Okay, so the last reaction of today is the reaction with HNO2. Okay, so we will do this reaction simply. Here we have to use the RNH2 part, RNH2. Okay, and it is being reacted with HNO2. Okay, so HNO2, we can write HNO2 as ONOH, right? HNO2, right? 1 2. So we can write the HNO2 in this format as well. So right now we have to do one thing. As you can guess, we have to remove the water from the system. So the first thing first, so water will remove, and then this nitrogen and this nitrogen, this two nitrogen will also remove from the system. So it will form a N2. And what is the leftover part? So the leftover part are mainly this OH and this R. So what will it form? It will form an alcohol, that is ROH. Okay, so we can do the reaction with HNO2 in this format as well. This is a very simple reaction if you do this trick. Otherwise, if you if you just mug up the reaction, it will be very hard for you to recall in the exams. But if you take these tips, or if you use this trick, you can easily do this in the examination as well. Okay, I can guarantee you all of these tricks give you the 100% authentic and correct answers, that is the end products. Okay, let's get an example on this reaction as well. If you use suppose CH3 and H2, then we have to use HNO2. We can write HNO2 as ONOH. Okay, right now we have to do one thing, that is removal of H2O. This is the first step. We have to remove the H2O, then these two nitrogen will be merged and it will form N2 gas. Okay, and the leftover part is OH and CH3, so it will form alcohol, that is methanol, CH3OH. Okay, so please take notes on that, on these reactions, on these tips, on these tricks as well, so that you get a clear idea about how to do these reactions. Okay, so this is the last reaction of today's class. I hope you have understood this part. In this class we have discussed about 4 reactions, that is acylation reaction, reaction with Tilden, carbylamine reaction, and reaction with HNO2. Okay, so I hope you guys have understood this part very well. If you have any kind of doubt regarding today's topic, please ask me in the comment section below. So thank you very much.